Hello, hello, and welcome to Tannesha Speaks. On tonight's episode, we will be talking about jumping. Tune in.
Um, I am just gonna talk to you about the title, which is Jump, right? So, within that, I just wanted to share, be vulnerable, and just share. I'm in this group, this class, this Bible study, really, that's called Launch by my fabulous sister Latoya Bell, and she can drop her information down below, or I'll drop it later. But within that group, we were challenged to go live, and I have been sitting here literally for the last um, few minutes, just going back and forth. Going back and forth with God, about going live. And He has told me to do it on my page and not just do it in the group. So here I am out here. One of the things that I'm reminded is that, am I doing it for fame, for vain, or or am I not doing something, right? Are we not doing something for because we are timid, because of fear? Why aren't we doing what we have been purposed to do, what we have been called to do, what we have been told to do by our Father? So I'm here. I'm jumping, right? One of the things that he reminded me of is that I can easily go live for something that I am passionate about, which is nonprofit organizations, right? I can do that in a heartbeat. If there's an event going on, I can go live and say, hey, come on out to this event. This is what we're doing. That is not a problem for me. But why can't I do it for myself and do it so easily for myself? And I don't mean just for vain or for glory, to get likes or anything like that, but to shine God's light, because that's what it's all about. And that I can do it in His power that works in me, that is in me, the Holy Spirit, and I can do it according to His purpose, because there are people who are called and assigned to my voice, to His voice, but to what He has deposited in me to share the things that I have been through. There are people assigned to that, and I have a voice, and I have things to share. I'm also now reminded of last night. I was in another Bible study, and within that Bible study, we were talking about the book of Haggai with Pastor Patrick Kitely. I can drop his information below also. And Haggai only has 2 chapters, right? So the first chapter, after the Bible study, I went and read it, and I was stuck. Just stuck on that chapter because three times, three times, Haggai said to, Haggai is a prophet. Some of you guys don't know. Haggai is a prophet. It's in the Old Testament. It's Haggai. It's in the Old Testament. He said 3 times. He went to Zerubbabel and said 3 times, and to those who were there, I believe in Joshua was there, how long, basically he said, how long are you going to take care of your own house and not take care of God's house? And I began to think of the times, or even currently, again, not sharing your story, not sharing my story with others, is not taking care of God's house, is not taking care of his people, which I know that, again, I've been called to do. And maybe you have also, you've been called to do that also in some form or fashion, right? There are things that have been deposited again into myself years ago, things that I have gone through years ago that maybe I didn't quite understand why. However, he knew those things would prepare me for where I am now and for where I am going, because he knows the future. And so, how long are we going to not take care of the things that God has given us to steward in our hands, which are those things that are your gifts and your talents, things that he's giving you? He's given us those things, your gifts and your talents. How long are we not going to steward those things well? And by steward, I mean we are a manager over the vineyard that he's given us. How long are we not going to be fruitful? Because we can be extremely fruitful if we do it God's way. And that's one of the things that he reminded me of when I was going back and forth with him about going live not too long ago. He says, do you want everything that I have for you? Then I need you to immediately do what I say. And that's a part of even what Haggai said in chapter 1, was that the things that God has for us are being withheld because we are not taking care of what he has called us and told us to do when he has called us and told us to do it, right? There are times and there are things that he tells us that may be for someone else. It may be for a later time period. However, if we seek God, he will indeed tell us, unction us. The Holy Spirit will unction us, strongly push us, which sometimes has to happen to me, unfortunately. So I am still growing and I'm still learning. Thank God that he is the only one that has it all together. But I am growing and I'm learning in him to jump. to jump. And that is in partnership with Him. And that's something that I have been going through strongly since 2021. God has been giving me understanding what it is to move to a higher level in Him or to a deeper level in Him. He has taken me through some ups and downs, and I am enjoying the journey, no matter how tough or difficult it has been, because it has been that. However, He's with me. He is with me. And that's one of the things that I want to just let you all know. If you did not know, or if you need to know or hear it again, God is with us through our storms, through our trials, through our difficulties, no matter what. He is there. If we're seeking Him and we're searching for Him, He is there. And that's not to be searching for what He can do for us or the things that we call Him. You know, yes, He is a provider. Uh, yes, He is a healer. But I implore you to seek Him, seek His heart for you, and He will take care of everything else. He will reveal Himself to you. He will He will take care of you. He will take care of everything else. You have to be open. You have to have your heart open. If your heart is open, everything else will be open. And again, I'm going to go back to what I said before. I sat here for, I can't even tell you how long, in my mind, because that's where I live mostly, in my mind, going back and forth about going live, something that He has told me to do. So I'm out here, I'm jumping, and I hope and I pray, and I know because He's already promised me that someone will be blessed by this live. I'm not here for the likes or anything of the manner. None of that at all. I'm just being in partnership with God. I'm doing what He has told me to do. And from that, I know that He's going to get the glory. And that's all it is about. It is about Him getting the glory. It is about Him. And that's it. Is that it, Lord? That's it. That's all I have. That's all He has. So I thank you all who have tuned in. I thank you to those who maybe will see this later. And if no one sees it, God still will get the glory. He still will get the glory. And I am content with that. I am content with that. So take care and God bless.
Thank you for tuning in to Tannesha Speaks. You can find us on YouTube at Tannesha Speaks. Please hit the subscribe button so you will know when we are live. You can also find us on anchor.fm or Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. Thank you for tuning in. God bless.